Hello, this is Stephen Charles, founder of Team Fairness and the Church of Fairness. The conflict is still going on between everybody and everybody else. Right now we got LA, and we got the Gaza Strip. And what else? We have Ukraine. I'm trying to think what other major news events of late. Well, let's just go with those three. If we would have had the World Fairness Agreement in effect right when I published it. It was just before Russia invaded Ukraine. So Russia would not have invaded Ukraine because fairness would have solved the problem. Because everybody would agree to not do anyone else wrong. And we all realize how incredibly powerful this will be. The spirit of it is like filled everybody's heart. The knowledge that, the inner knowing that the wars are going to end. And the unfairness to your family and to you will stop because we're not allowed to do other people wrong. Because it's against the law of fairness. That's all. That's all there is to it. It's a very simple idea. When laws were first being created, let's imagine back before there was written word. So they're like standing around the fire, cooking their food and so forth, and they realize. The other day there was an argument because one of the guys took somebody's food. Again, he'd done it before. We need a law. And they started thinking about it. Well, there's other things that people are doing wrong. We should make a law against them too. And so my former self was there and I said, why not make a law against doing someone wrong in any way? And the big guy says, no, we're not going to do that. Because he was doing people wrong. But nobody could stop him because he had more power, more strength, more force. And so I told the tribe, I says, let's just vote him out. Let's all agree. But some of the tribe people realized, well, I'm doing people wrong too, so I'm going to side with the guy that says we have certain laws against some things, but the things that I'm doing to others that's wrong, I don't want to have to stop doing that. So it didn't happen. That's what we got going on today. So we're going to suffer more and more until we realize that we want that law. We want that simple law, thou shalt not do others wrong. But it's not biblical. Part of the Bible is evil, and part of it is good. I started thinking of the Quran, same way. These gods of the religions are part good and part evil, when you think about it. See, this is not about picking me. This is not about getting the world to surrender to me. It's about getting the world to agree to the World Fairness Agreement. I have to agree to it too. I'm just like everybody else. We all count exactly the same. We all have the right to not be done wrong. So we don't need written laws. We can have them if we want, and during the transition, they'll still do things the old way with 1,000 gazillion books on laws. And they'll realize this is really stupid. What we're doing in these courts is really stupid. Because we could just get to the point of it and help everybody in the process. See, if we had the law of fairness, there wouldn't be crime because everybody's going to be protected and provided for. Because it's not fair that somebody's not able to have a job to feed his family and himself and that kind of thing. So we don't want anyone done wrong. So somebody's going to be able to put the guy to work, see? And then everybody wants to be fair, so they're going to, at work, they're going to be better employees because they're about being fair to everyone. Our entire life is based on not being done wrong. So when they were first making the laws, and they made a whole bunch of them, and they put them in books, then they had the 10 Commandments. And I already told you, this is not biblical. It's about one law it's also the Church of Fairness. So we serve God, the all-powerful oneness. It's every single atom. It's every wave. It's every vibration. It's everything. So, we can see it. We're seeing part of it right here. We have evidence of existence. Can you prove it? No, it's subjective. We're experiencing it in our mind, but we're not experiencing the object itself. But I trust our sense data. I think it's really there. I think the earth is really here. It's not, like Descartes. He said the brain in the vat. And the brain is experiencing all these things of life, and it doesn't even know it's just in a vat having the experiences. See, Descartes talked about this long time ago. He's the I think, therefore I am philosopher. So that was back before we had AI and the surgical techniques. There was no way to even think of doing that. Things are getting so crazy now. Somebody brings up Descartes and people might get afraid. We're afraid what AI is going to do to us in the future. I was watching I watched part of a movie. I don't like movies. I don't like drama. I hear the drama from the evil spirits and I realize, it's drama. I don't do drama, so I start making up more lies about how their house is burning down. I'm the devil and I'm going to torture you in hell because you're doing me wrong by telling me false stories to make me feel bad. And I won't give up. I am not ever going to give up. It's becoming just routine to stop the evil spirits that I hear telling me things that aren't true. They tell me they're going to kill me. They're going to lock me up. They tell me I'm going to get in a crash driving. And I tell them, you're going to go to hell and I'm going to be whipping you. And you better back off because I'm not going to. And you're in trouble because God's going to strike you dead. See what I mean? And they give up. They will give up every time, but I still have to go through the process. So apparently the whole group of the evil spirit group, they're not happy with the way things are yet, or they can't get consensus to support the World Fairness Agreement. Maybe they can't until the world does. They have some kind of connection to us. They make you think that they're someone else, but they're not. I was just watching a video off the left eye. It's about Swedenborg. And Swedenborg had this near-death experience. I did. And afterward, he started communicating with angels and demons. I did. I know a lot of people that do. In the past, it was not wise to tell people that you were hearing voices or telepathic communication because they could classify you as schizophrenic. A lot of people are getting this kind of a opened up mind from drug addiction. There's a lot of people researching with psychedelics, and psychedelics can open up people to other spirits, other entities. They're in all of our religions, stories about them. So, you can be a part of this idea. It's my gift to the world. I count just the same. Where there's not a Lord, it counts the same. So God is the all-powerful oneness. So it's not something else. It's this. It's both good and evil because it's this. And we can make it become good on earth. We can make the human being become a good thing that doesn't do wrong to the other human beings. We can do that. There isn't anything stopping us other than ourselves. Evil does not want us to do this, because then they can't do people wrong anymore. And these spirits that tell us about tragedies that are going to happen to our loved ones, they can't do that to us either, because it's doing us wrong. Here's how they work. Because I'm making this video that might potentially go viral and cause the World Fairness Agreement to happen down the road, then the evil spirits are out of business. So they fight for all they're worth, and they're not worth anything. They're absolutely worthless. And they're going to be put in hell and tortured forever. That's what they're for, to put in their place. Do not back down to them. The only thing they have to control you with is fear. And if you can get them to stop and get them to all stop, I actually think they'll be glad we stopped them. Because they don't want to be evil. For some reason, they think they have to be that way. Maybe they're an AI program from some other star system that went supernova. Who knows? You know what I mean? We don't know what they are. We know what they do. They lie and they cause us trouble. And if you back down to them, you're in big trouble. So the way to defeat them is tell them you're going to be put in hell and tortured for all eternity. And I'm not stopping saying this. It's with thought. And watch, they stop instantly. And the mind goes quiet again. So I got involved in this phenomena years ago after I quit drinking, and my dream mind just opened up, and I started dreaming like every night, all kinds of lucid dreams. And I was having incredible dreams about me being in the role of Christ in Revelations. I had a dream that I was going to become primeval. And I'm like, I'm not really worried. I hope I don't stay. It was like a test. And so I let him do it. And I looked like Venom in the dream, the cartoon character. And so then I went back to my ordinary self, and I didn't change at all. Becoming completely evil didn't change how I am now. So they wanted me to, maybe it's because I've become evil in my fighting against the evil spirits. I'm more evil than they can even imagine. You know, don't try to out-evil me. You won't. So, this is what it takes to stop them. So I was given a dream. They're aliens that have control of our planet. And they're going to stop controlling us, but I have to guide them. They're lost. They're trapped here. And they were done wrong. Maybe they're insane, so they actually think bad things are happening, that they can't stop their mind from creating bad ideas or something. I don't know. We need to shut them up. That's what I do know. So, Carl Jung came up with the idea of active imagination. So you imagine communicating with something within, like maybe you write something down and then work with it. And there's a warning, be careful, because the mind inside the mind is really powerful. It can be dangerous. I didn't trust anybody, so I'm not going to ask for help with this because I don't trust anyone. So I did it anyway. And I started communicating. And the dreams start happening. See what I mean? It starts the dream visions. Once you want to know, knocking the doors open. So, there's a price you have to pay, like in Alcoholics Anonymous, like the third step prayer, we completely give ourselves to higher power for victory over our difficulties and make us however you want. So what I do know is I don't want to do other people wrong. That's the one thing I know that's wrong, is doing other people wrong. So that's the basis of the morality of the Church of Fairness. That's the only order. Fairness is the order. So like the Church of Fairness, we don't have a roster. We don't know how many people have already decided they're in it. I have no idea. So what if there comes a time when the people start getting together and having meetings, which I wish would happen today, before sunset. It's still possible. So, somebody could show up and say, let's have a meeting. I like AA idea. So then, we decide we wanted a list of the people. It's like we need to approach all the people, let them know we want to know who they are. And how do we go about deciding if we want to do this or not? And so it's like Robert's Rules of Order. We vote on it. But we don't call it you're out of order when somebody does something that's out of order. We say you're not being fair. Because fairness is the order. It's the only order that's ever going to work. This is the realization I had. All these all these laws that we have made, all these morals and religions, you only need to teach people not to do others wrong, not to be unfair to anyone. And if someone's unfair, then the group is like supportive. We won't let you be unfair like that. We're not going to let you do it. You can't. You have to comply. We all have to comply, and so do you. The evil spirits, they keep bringing up the past. I did this wrong. I did that wrong. We're not even guilty of the past. We're totally forgiven. This was the idea of Jesus. He was working with them too. So was Muhammad. All of us are working with them, and some of us know it. So, if a large majority of us people are tired of being done wrong by that minority that wants to be evil, if we get together to stop them, we can. And listen to those videos on, it's not principle.
Expect you instantly.
It is relciples, not principles. Relciples. RELCIPLES on YouTube. So this is it.
And here's what most people do. They either explode in anger or shrink into silence. Both reactions feed the narcissist's need for control. But Carl Jung said something revolutionary. Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves.
So, as I'm looking at Carl Jung's face, I'm getting input from telepathy, and he doesn't want me to show his face. So go along with this, because somebody else is with him, and I'm hearing the other name of the person that I'm connecting with through the picture of Carl Jung as we speak. And he says, please don't show my face. So what does this mean? It means they told me who it is. It's secret. I'm not going to say anything about who it really is. And I know what it means because of things that he knew that I knew back then. I don't know if the man's still alive or not. It doesn't matter. See, in this world of the spirit, everybody's the same whether you're living or dead. Any time in space or time is all the same thing. So, the title of this particular episode is Say This to a Narcissist and They'll Never Disrespect You Again. See, narcissists are evil. They use evil to control. Here's another one. It's on, I haven't listened to it. The title is, That Person Hates You with Their Whole Being. So anyway, here's one that says God is oneness. So there are people that are starting to call God and think of God in the same way that I do. So we have many conflicts. Some of them, people are getting killed. We still have horrible crime. People are getting hurt physically, spiritually, mentally from crime. And we're born into this. This is where we're born. We can change it. We can make the world a good place with good people where we're all friends. And we don't do any of the others wrong. And nobody will ever do you wrong again without you being able to stop them by telling someone. We all support someone if they've been done wrong. So, let's do it. We can be a part of this. We can make it happen. We can be the time on planet Earth when Earth defeated evil. It never has before, but there has to be a first time. Let's make it in our lifetime. Let's make it tomorrow. Welcome. Join Team Fairness. I need donations. Please send donations. I want to see billboards all over the country, for starters. Thanks.